Welcome back to Truth and Travel. This is Vic Ramirez. You can call me Vic. Welcome to the show. Alright, so first thing I want to say, I found this cup a while ago. I don't know who made it, but whoever did, you're awesome. It was obviously handcrafted. There's no manufacturer stamp on it. But I got it at the thrift store for about $1, and I'm totally stoked. We are discussing rage on the road. I have traveled a great deal on the road in the past 3 years. I have been non-stop driving, and I'm sure we spoke about this before in some of my other vlogs. For those of you that are new and do not know, if you haven't seen the other vlogs, I have driven literally about more than 200,000 miles, and it's been a hell of an experience on the road, and that's just in a 3-year time span. Why did I do so much traveling in the past 3 or 4 years? I'm gonna let you know soon, but not right now. Right now, we're just talking about people who are on the road that are absolutely out of their freaking minds. I see it constantly every day, seen it more when I was on the road, especially on I-95. Wow. Do you have road rage? There are some symptoms. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first got on the road, and this was many years ago, my blood pressure was to the roof because I was constantly angry. I was driving in New York when I first started driving, and it was a nightmare. And unless you live in New York, you understand. Well, I mean, there's other cities for sure that have problems on the road. I'm just telling you where I experienced mine. So here are some of the symptoms that I came up with myself. This is like a self-intervention, like just knowing, you know, some of the things that I was going through on the road when I was like completely out of my mind. One, if you think you're the only person on the road, you've already set yourself up for some serious negative miles ahead of you. I don't even know how to say it. Another thing is when your body starts shaking and then you start talking to the car in front of you, like they can hear you. Like if you had a walkie-talkie, you would absolutely tear them to pieces. One of the main symptoms on the road, obviously, is the actual gestures, the actions that you take when someone pisses you off just because God knows what. I've been pissed off at people and had to check myself, like, why the hell did I just get so upset over that? They probably just needed to get to the next lane. So those negative gestures lead to satisfaction. For some reason, we sit there and we're like, man, you know, that felt good. Totally just put people in danger. I'm just talking about the action. I'm not just talking about driving by someone and, you know, giving them the finger. When you're all angry and you're outraged that this person just did that and you can't believe how stupid they are. They're a bunch of idiots. They got their license from a Cracker Jack box. So I want to bring some points to you how I calm down my road rage, because not only does it benefit me, it benefits my daughter in the back seat. Understanding there could be an elderly woman or man. Once you pass a certain age, you should definitely be tested on a yearly basis or even 6 months, because once you hit a certain age, you just start losing it. And I've seen it on the road. I'm not talking bad about elderly driving. I'm just telling you my experience of what I've seen, and actually what one of my grandfathers, what he goes through. Yeah, it's not right that elderly on the road taking up the lanes, driving like it's Sunday every single day. They're not in a rush, so they're inconsiderate towards other drivers. Some can't see over the steering wheel. Some can't see their side view mirror. You could just calm that down right there, because it doesn't matter. Another thing is that there could be a child in the back seat. Someone could be sick in the vehicle for some reason, or there's a situation where they can't speed up. There's always circumstances. There could be a girl being driven to the hospital but can't drive too fast because it's a delicate situation. Maybe she's not buckled in. Who knows? I mean, there's just so many circumstances, and people just act absolutely ridiculous. They don't even think about the next person or the other people around them. You know, whether it's a new driver on the road, a teenage driver, at some point you had to learn how to start driving, and you piss someone off, and on a daily basis you probably piss people off unintentionally without even knowing. I used to like really get outraged when people didn't use blinkers, and I would treat them as if they never used a blinker ever in their life, like they didn't even know it existed in their car. I'm guilty for it. There's been times when I didn't use my blinker and people will honk at me and, you know, flicker their lights like, oh my God, what are you doing? I can't believe you just made that decision. And I'm just like, oh damn, I make mistakes. I'm human. Take a deep breath. Your actions can be so severe. You can severely hurt someone on the road. And not only do you get yourself into an accident by hitting someone, maybe it's on purpose, maybe it's unintentional. However, now you just gridlocked the entire interstate or that portion of the interstate, and there's a 2 to 3 mile backup and people are late for work as it is, and you just caused this whole scene. Now paramedics got to come out, and the fire trucks, and you know, the insurance companies, the tow trucks, you know, V dot, H dot, F dot, whatever. Like the list goes on. There's so many things that happen behind you getting into that stupid accident. If someone gets injured and dies for some reason or whatever the case is, and you so happen to be caught on film for doing something stupid, by even speeding up and being on their tail. I've seen people on the tail, like, you know, they pull up on me, they put their blinkers on or whatever, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing right now? Because if for some reason I hit the brake and brake check someone, which I've seen, I'm going to show you a video in a second of someone literally brake checking someone, they get into an accident, someone, no matter what the case is, if you're on their tailpipe and they brake check you, now you're both in the wrong. You were tailgating them and they hit their brakes suddenly. Involuntary manslaughter or manslaughter, just like, it's so not worth it. All it is a couple of seconds that's on the road. A couple of seconds, that's it. That's all you have. When you're flying on an interstate or through traffic lights and stuff, just remember, when you speed, it's only saving you a couple of seconds, if not minutes. I get it if people are late and they need to be on time. Wake up earlier and know what the hell is going on in the street. There's so many resources to figure out what time that you literally get to work. Like the ETAs are on point. I would say 98%. I travel a lot. I know what I'm talking about. I've been in situations where I was totally outraged on the road. And I raged on the road. This is why I'm able to tell you, like, it's okay. Calm down. Well, I just want to see people safe on the road. And this is just for people who don't understand why they deal with stupid people on the road. It's not that people are stupid. There's just so many circumstances. And there's so many people that you live around, especially if you live in Virginia, you know, in the city, in the 7 cities, or New York City, or LA. Any major city like Miami or whatever. There's just so many different circumstances happening at once. It's not that everyone is a crappy driver. It's literally because there's something wrong. There's always a circumstance on the road. So be safe out there when you're driving. Try not to be too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Go to the thrift stores and get cool cups like this for $1. Working hard to get you guys some more content. My book is coming out soon. It's exciting for me and exciting for many others. It's called One Stone and Two Birds, brought to you by DerinCo Publishing. And when we get the date, we'll release it to you guys. And we can't wait. We're excited. The series begins this month, September. One Stone, Two Birds, a Bronx, Virginian series. I hope you guys enjoy Truth and Travel, and we'll see you soon.